Welcome back to This Week in 23 Sports. I'm your host, Eleanor Sheehan, alongside my co-host, Bria Williams, and we're here to tell you everything you need to know about Mizzou sports.
We've got winter sports season openers, fall sport endings, and much more. It's all coming up this week at 23 Sports.
Welcome to This Week in 23 Sports, your premier University of Missouri sports update show.
Mizzou football ended their 2-winning streak and fall season against Arkansas for the Battle Line Trophy. The trophy had been in Columbia for 1,826 days. Unfortunately, it ended in a 34-17 loss against the Razorbacks. The Tigers had a strong hold on the Razorbacks in the first minutes, but the Razorbacks led 10-6 at the halftime after a 1-yard touchdown.
The Tigers couldn't quite keep up with the Razorbacks. There were some heavy hitters on the team that proved their rankings within Mizzou. Running back Tyler Beatty ran for 1,604 yards for a new single-season record. Harrison Mevis completed a 46-yard and a 41-yard field goal to help the Tigers score.
The Tigers are looking into the bowl season, awaiting the decision of who their next opponent would be and what bowl. They finished their season 6-6 and threw 4 for record. The men's basketball team has been falling short in this season after they went against Paul Quinn College on Monday and had a shutout 91-59 win at home. Unfortunately, the Tigers couldn't overcome the first half and lost 66-45 to Liberty yesterday as Kobe Brown led the team and recorded his third double-double of the season with 14 points and 10 rebounds, and Amari Davis joined Brown with 2 doubles in his fifth consecutive game.
The Tigers return home on Tuesday, where they will host Eastern Illinois for a 7 p.m. tip-off.
On to a better note, the women's basketball has become undefeated after a home shutout win against SIU, 79-46. The 33-point margin was the largest of the season for the Tigers. Asia Blackwell recorded her 5th double-double of the season, and Lauren Hansen matched Blackwell with the team points in 16.
The Tigers return home on Tuesday, where they will host Eastern Illinois for a 7 p.m. tip-off.
On to the better note, women's basketball has become undefeated after a home shutout win against SIU. 79-46. The 33-point margin was the largest of the season for the Tigers. Asia Blackwell recorded her 5th double-double of the season with 16 points and 15 rebounds, and Lauren Hansen matched Blackwell for the team in points with 16.
Mizzou faces number 5 Baylor in Waco, Texas on Saturday, December 4th, with the tip-off at 7 p.m. Well, Mizzou's volleyball season is officially over. Last weekend, the Tigers closed out their season with 2 games against Texas A&M. On Friday, the Tigers lost 3-1, and on Saturday, the Tigers were swept 3-0.
In the last game of the season, junior Anna Dixon contributed 13 kills and 8 digs, which led the Tigers' offense. Following her, Kayla Cox had 10 kills and 13 digs. Mizzou volleyball officially ended with a 5-26 overall record and 2-16 in the SEC. Luckily, they do have a lot of talent that will be on the team next season, so hopefully they can turn it around in 2022.
The end of fall sports, but that means winter sports are returning. That's right, gymnastics is back for its tonight at 7 for the black and gold meet at the Hearn Center. This season, 11 Tigers are returning from the previous year, including All-American Serena Shabar and on the beam. Helen Hugh, Hannah McCarty, and Sydney Schaffer are also returning after helping Mizzou earn its highest ever SEC score last year.
Mizzou will also welcome 6 newcomers in the 2022 freshman class. Mizzou will start the regular season on Friday, January 7th, with a quad meet against Ball State, SEMO, and Illinois State.
Number 3, Missouri Wrestling scores season high against Air Force. The Tigers started the year 3-0 in back-to-back seasons. Number 3, Mizzou Wrestling got 2 falls and 3 technical falls as the Tigers took down Air Force on Friday night at the Hearn Center.
Mizzou heavier 6-weights showed out against the Falcons, accounting for 30 of Missouri points. For the 3rd consecutive duel, the Tigers only dropped 1 match as 7 of the Tiger starters remain unbeaten on the season. Number 3, Missouri Wrestling will host number 17, Northern Iowa, and number 10, Virginia Tech for the Mizzou Tri-Duel on Saturday at home. Meanwhile, Mizzou men and women's swim and dive continue to dominate the season. The number 9 Mizzou men and number 19 women's swim and diving teams both took home first place at the Mizzou Invite.
The men's finished with 1,384.5 points ahead of second place from Cal Baptist with 795 points. The women finished with 1,363 966.5 points ahead of second place Nebraska, who had 939 points. The Tigers record 29 event victories over the 3-day meet.
Wow. And up next, Swim and Dive will travel to Springfield for an in-state duel against Missouri State on December 5th.
Tiger fans, there are plenty of sports to watch this weekend, including swim and dive, gymnastics, basketball, and so much more.
Catch us back here next week for more This Week in 23 Sports. I'm Bria Williams.
And I'm Eleanor Sheehan. Have a great weekend, Tigers.